I'm Rosa, welcome. So we're talking about winter TBR today. So this is like, I'm gonna do a separate one for December. Not sure about January yet. We will see, maybe not. But I am doing a separate one specifically for December, so there'll be a little bit of an overlap between the books mentioned in this video and the ones mentioned in that upcoming video, just so you know. But it'll be up like shortly before the 1st of December. I just kind of like, I don't know, setting some goals or something. Having guidelines for like what books I need to remember to read. Also because I am terrible at continuing series. So a lot of these will be sequels. You have been warned. But I have 10 books that I'm going to talk about today. I think like 4 of them are going to be in the December TBR video as well. Out of these, like 2 maybe are not sequels. So let's get started, shall we? I will leave links to all of the books in the description box down below if you want to go check them out, because I know that my synopses get a little all over the place, although it's probably going to be better today because I have read the first book. You know, I can't tell you what these books specifically are about because I've not read them. But like, series, I can always tell you what the first one is about, right? I don't know, we'll see. It's been a while since I've sat down and talked about books. So, let's get to it. We're starting out with Wild Card by L.C. Silver. These are not, by the way, very wintry books, except from one. I just really want to focus a little bit on continuing and finishing series that I have started throughout the past couple of years. So Wild Card is the last one in her Rose Hill, is that what it's called? Rose Hill? Yes, Rose Hill series. And it's like, I think there's a bit of an age gap situation in this one. Something about the lead girl starts to date, or becomes interested in at least, her ex-boyfriend's dad. So a bit of a different one from the other ones. But I've loved the previous 3 books, and I think this is the last one in the series. So I am... Oh, it literally says Rose Hill series on the front. There are cards on it. Who has a gambling problem? There's also an airplane. Yeah, I don't know. Does someone have a gambling problem? I don't know. But I've loved the previous 3s, so I have big hopes for this one. We'll see though. If you want a little bit of a teaser, it says Sebastian Russo is a grumpy, hot as hell fire pilot who is too damn good with his hands. It's the perfect combination. Whatever that means, we don't know. But yes, Wild Card. The others in the series are like, in case you want to know and you haven't gone into the series, the first one is like, the girl had a crush on this guy who is her older brother's friend back in the day, and she's returned to Rose Hill, and you know, something happens there. There is the very secretive, let's go with the second one first. We now follow the best friend, and then like a pop star who's also come there, or moved there, and he's a single dad as well. She's a sweetheart, and he's a bit of a ladies' man, but like, not since becoming a single dad, I think. Or still, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. And then the third one is like, he's a big, secretive grump, and she has just lost her sister, who she thinks has had a relationship with this guy because they were neighbors. But yeah, so it's a good series. I like it. Contemporary romance. Then, oh my goodness, we are continuing the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang. This is the fourth one, King of Sloth. I had planned to read these like all in a row, at least the first 4, and then, because it was before the 5th one came out, and then I read Greed, and I hated the guy in it. I did not agree with any of it, because it's like, who's to say that it doesn't just revert back to how it was before? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm very like, yeah, you got a chance, it's over. I don't know, maybe I'm very unforgiving like that, but I just feel like, yeah, that was a second chance, essentially. I don't know, I'm not good with second chance romances. The first one is arranged marriage, and the second one is like, is that forbidden? I can't remember exactly, but I know the guy. Oh yeah, so he's a client at this club and she works there, so they're not supposed to fraternize, but they do anyway. So it's a bit like that, so they have to keep it a secret for everyone, or from everyone. This one is more like he's a lazy, known personality and she's his manager and she's just so over it. They don't get along. He's super frustrating. Something like that, because I remember them appearing in the other, at least in the third book, I remember them being mentioned. Or maybe it was the second one. He is charming, easygoing, and rich beyond belief. Xavier Castillo has the world at his fingertips. And it says, cool, intelligent, and ambitious, Sloane Kensington is a high-powered publicist who's used to dealing with difficult clients, but not as difficult as Xavier, who's also super lazy, hence the Sloth. I'm so nervous for Envy when I get to it, because I'm not a jealous person in real life, like, genuinely, but for some reason I just get so uncomfortable. I get so uncomfortable when it's books. Yeah, I just get very, very uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. Like, I get angry on the character's behalf or something. Anyway. Then another contemporary romance sequel, we have Love Arranged by Lauren Asher, and this is the third one in the Lakefront Billionaires series. So, was it Love Rearranged? Is that what the first one's called? And then Love Unwritten? No, Redesigned, and then Unwritten, and then Arranged. Yeah, that makes more sense, because I thought that would be kind of weird. I wonder if this is something to do with... Oh, it is an arranged marriage, because yeah, 5 months, 2 people in love, 1 fake relationship with an expiration date, and then it's the guy who needs to improve his public image. I can't remember exactly what it is, if he's like a politician or something like that, but there's something definitely. And he kind of comes off a little sleazy in the second book, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's where he was introduced. And I'm not, like, I don't know, I didn't really like him there, so we'll see once we finally enter his point of view and hear a little bit about what's going on inside of his head. Maybe he'll actually be nice, but I remember him being a little bit sleazy. And then she apparently comes in contact with him over a dating app and agrees to help with his improvement of his public image. So it's an arranged relationship. We know English today. Yes. It's an arranged relationship. If it goes beyond that, I don't really know. It doesn't take me long to learn that I'm not cut out for fake relationships, but Lorenzo, he isn't capable of a real one. Awkward. The first books in that series are like, someone had moved away and then she had been engaged, but that didn't really turn out very well, and then she moved back and there was this guy that she had like kind of something going on with before she moved away and got engaged, but like he was too hesitant for her, so you know, but there's still like something sparks. So, and they decide to redesign a house together, and you know, yeah. And then the second one, I can't remember the second one. But I'm pretty sure that was the first one, but I don't remember the second one. I know that I've read it though. If I have not, that's awkward, and I'm swapping this book out with that one. Or maybe I'm mixing them together. Anyway, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I read 2 though. So as for the last contemporary kind of romance, we have Good Spirits by PK Borison. I picked this up this weekend, and I am so... It's PK Borison. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So it's a holiday book, it's a Christmas kind of book. He's the ghost of Christmas past, but she's not exactly Scrooge. So he's supposed to be, he's doing like Christmas hauntings. He's a spirit, yes. And he is assigned to her, but it doesn't really make any sense because she's super nice. So what is happening here? And what kind of problems comes from a spirit kind of falling a little bit for a person who's still alive? How will that work out? I have no idea. Is it gonna get a happy ending? Well, it's a romance, so it kind of has to have a happy ending. It kind of has to have a happy ending. Nailed it. Anyway, but how will we get there? I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. So I have 2 more physical copies, and then I got a few on my Kindle. So I'm finally set on reading Onyx Storm because I need to. I need to. There's a bookmark in my book that I never noticed. Kim sent this from the Netherlands, so I can pronounce things today. The Netherlands, so it's in Dutch. I'm gonna leave it there because that's kind of cute. Anyway, but it's the third book in the fourth wing, that's not what it's called, Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. I have read the first two. The first one I loved. Second one, there were times where I felt like it was a little bit long drawn, a little bit repetitive, and the miscommunication kind of bothered me a little bit, so I guess we'll see. After the ending of the second one, I have been scared to continue. Also because one of the things that really hurt, right, as a reader is when you really love the first book in a series and then you continue and every book gets worse. I would much rather sit through a terrible first book and then get to something really awesome than the other way around. I would rather be positively surprised than negatively surprised. And I feel like that makes sense. So I'm a little bit scared to see where this goes. This is also one of the reasons that I am so slow continuing series that I really love, because I just want the best for them. So we'll see if this goes well, but it may not. I have stayed away from reviews, so I am not reading any. I have not been spoiled. I don't know how I've managed. No, I cannot tell you my secrets to doing so. It's probably just that I've stayed off social media because I've been busy. I feel like that makes sense. But aside from that, I don't know, so I can't tell you. I cannot teach you. But I'm terrified. If you're curious about Fourth Wing as a series, it follows Violet, who has been thrown into some chaos. Like, she was supposed to be a scribe. She was supposed to be very bookish, basically. She was supposed to sit there and like read a lot every day. That doesn't make any sense. At a school, I should have specified that. At a school. It's like, so the pupils, the students there are split up into 4 different categories, and there's the scribes, which is what she was supposed to be, and then healers as well. I can't remember the third one, and then there's the dragon riders. And so on the day of the initiation for the dragon riders, her mom is basically like, oh yeah, by the way, you're not becoming a scribe. I'm just gonna you're just go be a dragon rider. Except that those trials, the initiation trials to becoming a dragon rider and all the training to become one, is very, very dangerous, and so she hasn't trained for it or anything, but yeah, she ends up in all of that mess. And there's this guy as well, because this world has a little bit of history. There's the people that are running the school, but then there's also this group of rebels who were either imprisoned or fully unalived a while back, but their children are now students at the school, and one of the leaders of the Dragon Riders, he is one of the kids of one of the rebels. Violet is the daughter of the commander, so they don't really get along. It kind of feels like he wants to hurt her as well. And there's a lot of stuff, and a lot of drama, and people get hurt as well. You know, it is what it is. Next up, The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk by Carissa Broadbent, which is the 4th, or technically 5th, book in the Crowns of Neaxia series. This is the sequel. Specifically, it's split up into like duologies, so we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night, followed by the Ash and Star... Where? Oh, I can't even see the titles. Never mind. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Yes. Then there's 6 Scorched Roses, which is the novella that's in between, as far as I remember. And then we kind of like start a new duology. So the one prior to this one is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. And now we're at the Kiss. No, we're not. Now we're at The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. So we're continuing Misha's story. And I am scared. I've loved every book in this series so far. The first one is definitely by far the best, but I've enjoyed all the books. I get very invested in the story. I got one with sprayed edges as well because I have the others with sprayed edges. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really fully understand why this pattern. Like the others have like a sword, a snake, an arrow, and then this is very, you can't really define what this is. It's something, that's for certain. But what is it? I don't know. So, I don't really remember what I can't even tell it. I can't fully tell you. I can't actually tell you because it's the third book in a series. But go read The Serpent and the Wings of Night if you love romantasy, because my gosh, is it so good. And it's a great series so far. I'm hoping this one won't let me down. We are scared. I am a scared reader. Yeah, but I love Mish. I hope that everything turns out well for her. I just remembered what happened at the end of her first book. Okay, so we'll see. For every mortal heart trying to find their way home. I'm in my home. Don't ask. It's fine. Oh my gosh. We should not start reading it right now. I'm so nervous though, and I'm so excited at the same time. Then I have Ruthless Fae, which is the sequel to The Awakening. And these are by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. It's the second book in the Zodiac Academy series, which is also romantasy. I started this series last month, I think. It took me a little bit to get through the first book. I just didn't have a lot of time. We were doing a group project and stuff. School takes a lot of time, okay. So, but essentially it's like, it's a group, it's not a group. We have a pair of twins who are out of the blue being told that they're like the heirs to the crown in this parallel world happening alongside normal humans, but it's like filled with fae and vampire. It's a bit difficult to explain, so I'm not like gonna get into it in detail. A lot of like shifters, dragons, vampires, fae, and so on and so on. And apparently they are the heirs to all of this. Yeah. Not the people, but like they're supposed to be royalty. So they're taken to this school, kind of against their will, a little bit. And things are not great there because people are not very welcoming. They have been gone for a long time. There's this group of guys that are currently like not sitting on the throne, but they're to be the leaders essentially, and they definitely don't want to share the spotlight with these two girls. So things are not going very great. And it's basically like, the first book is basically them trying to like learn everything they can about the school, but also the world, this new world that they didn't know existed, and also their powers, because they have magical powers and stuff, and also figuring out who to trust, and you know, seeing their relationship with these guys also evolve throughout the book as well, or not evolve at all, and something about a teacher as well. There's a whole lot. So it's a very long series. At this rate, I will be finished with it in like 2 years. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, the first book was okay. I've heard that it gets a lot better, so I'm excited for that. But it was okay. It was okay. But I'm on the second one, so that's included. Then I have Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, which is the sequel to Phantasma, and which you might have seen like pop up here and there on social media. I think especially around this time last year, actually, because a lot of people were reading Phantasma. Essentially there's this book, it's the sequel, so, but it follows someone else. I just remembered that I can't really tell you. But anyway, so they're basically both standalones. And I did not know this when I started reading Phantasma. Or they're not standalones, but like it changes point of view. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be a duology, and I was very surprised at the end of the first book when it kind of like wrapped up. So yeah. But kind of explained the pacing a little bit throughout the book as well. But I feel like someone should have warned me. Like I would have loved to know, because I was sitting with like 20 pages left and just being like, well, when does new conflict start? Because like we can't, what do you mean? We can't continue like this. So anyway, but we follow this girl who has ended up at this, what would you call it? I want to call it a hotel, but it might have been given another name in the book. It's essentially, it's trials. She's there looking for her sister. There's a lot of secrets with their mom as well that I'm not really going to get into, but she's there looking for her sister, and she has to go through these trials to actually, she believes, to get to her. And there's this guy as well who's helping her, and he's very mysterious. So it's fun. There are some twists that I didn't see coming, and I think I also didn't really try to see them coming. But I enjoyed it quite a lot. I feel like it was a good solid romantasy, so I'm excited to see where the second book goes. Also, now that we're changing we're changing a little bit. Without specifying, you know. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. And then I have two more. So The Bond That Burns by Briar Bolin. I posted my winter TBR on my Instagram, so that's what I'm going after. It's kind of what I'm following a little bit. The Bond That Burns is another like school. It's the sequel to Wings of Blood, I think it's called. So it's another academy book. It's another magical school book, but it's romantasy, so don't think like, you know, magical school, but like everyone's out to kill each other kind of magical school. Actually, I can't remember. They're definitely rude to her in the first one. So she is, we got to do with dragons as well. I was like on a search, on the hunt for books with dragons when I read this one. It was also a book club pick. So, but yeah, I was really on the hunt for books with dragons. And so I found this one, and it was also very popular when it came out. I haven't heard a whole lot about the second one, the sequel, but I also don't really stay super updated on social media these days, so I don't know. But we follow this girl who has been brought to this school, and it's like everyone's so rude there. And she's like, it's not, I think it's like filled with Fae or something like that, and then she is different from the others because she comes from a bloodline that used to have dragon riders back in the day. And so it's very like everyone kind of wants her, but at the same time they want to be tied to her in one way or another because dragon riders are super powerful. That said, she's never seen a dragon in her life. The dragons are kind of gone. you know, it's like how is she gonna ride a dragon when there are no dragons? Anyway, but she's there and she's being tied to, I think it's the king's, is it the king's nephew or is it the king's son? I can't remember, but essentially they end up being told that they're mates, as in like they have to get married, not as in like fated mates. But he hates her. She hates him. She wants nothing to do with this entire school. But also she has to be there and she has to participate because otherwise things aren't going to end very well for her. And so it's a little bit, it's a very, very messy situation, but she navigates it quite well. I thought it was very fun as well, and seeing the whole relationship between the two. I think it's duo point of view as well, because I'm pretty sure you see some chapters from his point of view. So seeing their relationship like evolve a little bit throughout the book is also quite fun. So I want to see where it goes because something happened at the end of the first book, and I'm like, okay, I need more information. I need updates on the story. I need to know what is happening. Who's in trouble? Is everything gonna end well? So, and then I have an arc that was sent to me. So Half City by Kate Golden, which is another school story. Can you tell that I've started school? Everything is just, except these are magical. My school is not magical. I wish it was. No, it's not even a little bit. So it's about a girl who hunts demons. And then she ends up at a school where they train other demon hunters. And there's something about this actual demon guy as well, who I'm guessing is the romantic interest, but like I don't know for sure. And something about like her father died and it's under very mysterious circumstances and stuff. So she has to both train her skills as a demon hunter, but also figure out what the heck happened with her father. Or is it her mother? One of her parents. I don't know. One of her parents. So she ends up at the school where she's training to become a demon hunter and having to navigate all of that. And it's Kate Golden. I haven't finished the Sacred Stones series. I've actually only read the first one, but that was her first book. It was so good. and I've only heard lovely things about the rest of the series, so when she contacted me about getting an arc, I was like, yep, yes, please, thank you. And I want to read it before it comes out. I think it comes out in February, but I'm not entirely sure. So I think like January during my Christmas break Christmas winter break will be a good time to tackle that one. And yeah, that was the winter TBR, like an overall winter TBR. So there'll be more, like I mentioned. Whether I'm going to do one for January, I'm not really sure, but there'll definitely be one for December because I am participating in the Reindeer Readathon, and so I have a whole other TBR specifically for that readathon, although some of these books will be on that list, but the rest of these I'm definitely going to include in January or February, one way or another. So we'll see about it. I know this one is on the December TBR because it fit with one of the proms. And I'm so excited, but also so nervous. How much can I read of it before we get started? 50 pages. Watch me start this and then be like, oh shoot, I'm halfway through it. Now I can't include it and I'll have to find another book for the prompt. We're not doing that. But yeah, let me know if you have any TBRs for the winter or specifically for December maybe. Let me know. If you're reading a whole lot more holiday books, send a girl some inspiration because I don't have a lot of those. I'm pretty sure I've read, except from Good Spirits, I'm pretty sure I've read all of my Christmas books. So help a girl out. Again, links to all of these books will be found in the description box if you want to go check out synopses and stuff, because I know that my summaries get a little bit all over the place from time to time, a little bit chaotic. Although I think I did okay today. I think it was acceptable today, but still. They're in the description box if you're going to check them out. They're in the description box if you want to go check them out. I'm super hungry and have had to take breaks because my stomach is growling at me. So I'm going to wrap this up now. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. That's what I say on the other channel. If you want to stick around for more booktube content from me, feel free to hit the... No. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the thumbs up, and if you want to stick around for more booktube content like this video, but also hauls and bookish unboxings and TBR videos, hopefully wrap-ups are making a comeback, and hopefully I'll do some yearly wrap-ups here in December, but won't promise anything because exams, but hopefully if you want to stick around for any of that, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. However, I'm going to leave you to it now and go eat because I'm hungry. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye! Oh, you know.